Sounds familiar? If not, then you might actually be a lucky owner of a detached house. For people less fortunate, this sound has become the modern Morse code, distress signal sent from neighbors to neighbors. I lead an active lifestyle. My day schedule is extremely hectic, and my nights are very busy. So I often come home so late that I don't have time for my housework, until it's impossible to ignore it anymore. So I can be found doing my chores at very random hours. 7 a.m., 10 p.m., or even right after midnight. Through the noise of my old vacuum cleaner, I could often hear some knocking on the radiator. I never cared, assuming that my neighbors are doing their renovations. Until one day, I saw a neighbor on the staircase, and he said to me, "Would you please, for God's sake, stop vacuuming at night? I don't care." But the lady from the 10th floor starts banging on the radiator and wakes up the whole building. Don't you ever hear her signals? I was stupefied. I had been living in the building for more than a year. I had heard the banging numerous times, yet I never really understood what the signals meant. Ironically, I always believed I could be called a good listener. In a company of friends, I'm usually the one who speaks less and listens more. When on a romantic date, I usually give the floor to a boy, listening intently to all the numerous fantastic stories. And when I took my IELTS test last fall, I got 9 out of 9 for my listening skills. Yet I failed one of the simplest life tests. Hear the signals from your neighbors. So the physical ability to hear doesn't really mean that we can really hear people. Do you always hear your mother on the phone? Of course not. You're probably reading your Facebook newsfeed at the same time. Marina, do you listen to your new colleague's opinion at work? No, you probably assume that you already know the better solution. What you don't know is that not listening can have some serious consequences. Remember a company well known in the 90s? Kodak. You know, film, click, click, taking pictures. It was huge. It was the biggest company on the market. And then the company went bankrupt. Just like that, in a blink of an eye. Why? The management of the company failed to listen to what was going on around them, failed to hear the needs of their customers. And when the whole world moved from film to digital photography, the company disappeared. When the captain of the notorious passenger liner Titanic was told that he doesn't have enough lifeboats on board, he didn't listen. You know the ending of the story, but if only he had listened more attentively. And when I started going out with my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, on the very first day, he told me, "I am not ready for serious relationship." I blocked out these words as many other girls do. Until a few weeks before, I was going through this breakup, miserable and unhappy, and I finally got the message. Why it took me 3 years to get it, only God knows. So in my next relationship, I will never underestimate the importance of listening. Otherwise, it will sink faster than Titanic. How many of us want to become a better speaker? What about becoming a better listener? What about developing this so important but yet often neglected skill of active listening, conscious listening, unbiased listening? No interruptions, no assumptions, no waiting for somebody to pause to jump in. No, just listen. Listen with full attention, with deep respect and ultimate care. Families who listen to each other build strong relationships. People who can hear out their friends make lasting connections. And businesses who listen to their customers' needs prosper. And finally, neighbors who can hear out the signals from each other make strong communities. So from now on, I am going to be all ears. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Браво!